still in Georgia, somewhere in the east of the country. It's well past midnight and I'm looking for an abandoned Air Force base. Let's go. Oh, I went to the base, got apprehended by a couple of Georgians. They don't speak any other language than Georgian, but I think unfortunately they are escorting me out of the base. There's one of the bunkers, but you cannot see anything there, unfortunately. Let's see where this goes.
Look at this guy.
Well,
so sleepy.
we went to sleep like 30 minutes from the airbase last night. And I wanted to sleep a bit more, but my friend really wants to go. But we have a beautiful view. Look at the lake. It's a lake made out of salt, I think. You cannot see any water. Super strange.
You are super strange. Get up.
It's a super weird lake. You can see like a layer of salt or something. And no water. If I walk around here, there's super deep footprints in the, well, not mud, the sort of dry, strange substance. Weird. And the surface feels super solid at the same time, almost like a rock. So we think the Georgians, the drunk Georgians from last night, they were actually warning us about the police when we entered through the main entrance of the base. Now it's day again the next morning, and we are accessing the base through a smaller road. Try to have a look anyway. There you can see the bunkers already. Let's see. There we are. I have to say, in the day it doesn't nearly look as creepy as last night. I know the pictures from last night, they don't translate well because of the darkness, but man, was it a scary place. There are many of these armored hangars all over the base, and they look so cool with these wheeled doors, immovable. And just to be sure, it's locked with a big lock and an empty beer bottle. The place should have a little entrance on the side. Been to some bunkers like this one before. Ah, look at this. This one's actually just used for hay storage. Not uncommon for these old bunkers like this one. Look at it. Here on the side you can see the personnel entrance. I think it's going to be welded shut, but let's have a look anyway. Yes, they welded a piece of metal over it, so you cannot open it, unfortunately. So you can have a look inside. Here's the door to another one of the bunkers. This one doesn't have a door anymore. It's just sealed with big slabs of stone. No way in here either. It really does make for a strange, mysterious landscape. With these bunkers all over. They remind me a bit of hobbit holes, but if they were made in the Soviet Union. Popping out of the ground everywhere, big metal doors. Not something you'll see every day. Wonder what this place was used for. The roof, it's completely gone, sun shines right through. Very hot. Maybe this was like a hangar for repairing damaged planes, maintenance. And during normal times they would have been safely stored in the armored hangars. Got my foot snagged on a bit of barbed wire. It's all part of the game when you try exploring a place like this, I guess. There we go. Found this little set of buildings enclosed by this little piece of raised dirt. And I suspect, also from looking at the satellite imagery of this place, that this might have been an anti-air missile base. Actually, I think I was mistaken. I think this would have been where the kerosene was stored. You can see this giant tank. It's collapsed a bit. And there are a couple more over there. I think this is where they would have stored the fuel for the airplanes. I'm not gonna go on that because you can see on this side it's completely collapsed. I don't want to collapse into a kerosene tank today, no thank you. When you go to an old airbase like this one, the main prize is always finding an airplane, and this is one, or a piece of it rather. They left one outside of the hangars. Who knows, maybe all of these hangars are full of old airplanes, but there's no way inside without a little bit of TNT, and I don't have that with me today. So let's have a look at this one. I think it's a two-seater plane. You can see two holes in the roof where a cockpit would have been. There isn't anything left. But this, I guess, is where a pilot and maybe a shooter would have sat if this plane would have flown. In the cockpit of a jet plane before. So now let's try to climb into the jet engine itself. What a weird place this is. Not a place you want to be if this plane is flying. But now it's pretty cool. You can see up here is this kind of, it looks like a bit of a hull of a boat. And this is where the pilots would have sat. And right on the side of them, the jet engine. So cool. And the light shining through as well. That's pretty beautiful. So strange to think that this is the inside of the jet engine, and on the other side, this little piece of metal would have been the pilots. They really are just two guys strapped to a rocket with a gun. So weird. Well, that was a really cool visit to this all abandoned airport. Just look around at the weird landscape. Big Signaki, it's called. Hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. Enjoyed visiting this plane, going inside of it, and I hope to see you next time for the next video.